Dear Taurus, welcome. It feels as though the universe has guided your spirit here, to this very moment, this breath, on what we shall call June the 9th, a time poised for quiet revelation. I sense you've been waiting, perhaps without even naming it, for a sign, a gentle nudge from the cosmos that understands the silent language of your heart. So, let us not call this a mere horoscope, but rather a shared space, a sanctuary where we can listen together to the whispers meant only for you. Something profound is stirring, Taurus, not in the clamor of the world outside, but deep within the hidden gardens of your soul. It's as if an ancient current is pulling you, urging you to peer beyond the veils, to sense the subtle energies that have long been shaping your path. You feel it, don't you? That almost imperceptible shift, like the first breath of dawn before the sun fully graces the sky. Perhaps there have been shadows, a connection that feels distant, a pressure at your place of work that weighs upon your spirit, or the ebb and flow of resources that leaves you yearning for solid ground. But listen closely, dear one. The universe whispers a truth today. The source of these ripples is not to be found in the external world, but in the very energy you carry, the song your soul is singing. This is the first sacred invitation to turn your gaze inward. There is a tendency, when the waters feel troubled, to try and calm them with more effort, more giving, more thought, especially when those you cherish are involved. But what if, just for this moment, you were to understand that you don't need to mend what feels broken from the outside? That sense of imbalance you might perceive in another, that tightness in your own resources or emotions, it's not a burden for you to absorb, nor is it a call to strive harder against the tide. It is, instead, a gentle but clear beckoning to find your own deep, unshakable roots. The moment you pour your precious essence into what feels misaligned, you begin to echo its discord. And you, dear Taurus, were never meant to be a reflection of turmoil. You are a conduit of steadfast strength, a being of profound inner calm. Today, the universe reminds you of this innate power, this sacred ability to redirect the flow of energy simply by becoming aware. That little tremor of anxiety you might feel, it's not a warning of impending doom, but a compass, tenderly guiding you back to the sanctuary of your own heart. Let stillness be your prayer today, not as an escape, but as the very space where clarity is born. Allow the noise of the world to soften, to recede like a distant wave. Let your gaze rest, even for a fleeting second, on something that reconnects you to the earth, to beauty, perhaps the steadfast gaze of a tree from your window, the warmth of the sun on your skin. These small acts of return, these quiet pauses, are you gently reclaiming your own sacred vibration? And as you do, consider the threads of energy you hold. Are there connections, situations, that leave your spirit feeling depleted? This is your soul's soft cue to release, not with force, but with a love that wishes well and then lets go. Imagine a stream of pure, white light flowing from your heart, washing over everything, with no need for it to return. This simple act, this silent blessing, can shift worlds without you ever needing to lift a hand. Now, let us speak of abundance, for it is your birthright, woven into the very fabric of your being. If the wellspring has felt dry, if opportunities seem to hide in the shadows, ask your heart, where has my true attention been resting? Sometimes, what feels like scarcity doesn't arrive as fear, but cloaks itself in endless concern, in sacrificing your own light for others, or even in the guise of simply trying too hard. But Taurus, when you align with the unwavering truth of your own power, the universe does not hold back. It rushes towards you like a lover, long awaited. So, today, let this affirmation rise from the deepest part of you. I am a magnet for true wealth, for joy, for peace, and feel the truth of it resonate through every cell. This is for you. And there's a whisper too from your angels concerning the tender heart of your inner child. If words or actions from another have recently unsettled your spirit, pause and ask, was it truly their power? Or did they simply touch a place within you that has carried an old wound, a memory waiting for your gentle gaze? That precious child within you needs your compassion, your understanding, not your judgment. Be tender with yourself, dear one. This is not a sign of weakness. It is the deepest wisdom. Let this moment be a turning, a gentle pivot. You do not need to control the vast ocean outside. You only need to tend to the sacred flame you carry within. Master this inner vibration, and all else will begin to harmonize. You are not merely hoping for a better life. You are, with every conscious breath, co-creating it from the radiant core of your being. Stay in that quiet power. Taurus, you are held, and see, the cards of wisdom lay themselves out, like stars mapping a hidden constellation just for you. Imagine a structure that once felt so solid, perhaps a belief, a connection, a dream, and it seemed to crumble. The earth shook beneath your feet. But look now, the dust is settling, and what felt like an ending was merely the clearing of a path. The most tumultuous waves are now behind you, dear Taurus. This was not destruction, but a sacred recalibration, a way for the universe to gently guide you towards something truer, stronger. You are not broken. You are being lovingly remade. And after the clearing, oh, the light that pours in the sun card bathes you in its golden glow. It speaks of your own inner light, now becoming visible, radiant. A warmth is returning to your spirit, a joy that bubbles up from a deep, clear spring. Those who perhaps did not see you before, or whose gaze was elsewhere, may now find themselves drawn to your quiet luminescence. Your time of quiet withdrawal is blossoming into a season of gentle recognition. And with this returning light, a connection of the soul, a divine echo, may begin to stir. Perhaps someone from a time before, whose presence was lost in silence or distance, now feels an undeniable pull, a longing they can no longer ignore. Their silence, you see, was perhaps a shield for a heart that was more deeply moved than they could say. This card speaks not just of reunion, but of a conscious choice, an alignment of hearts. You are invited to sense the energy. Is it a respectful, mutual unfolding, or an echo of lessons needing gentle completion? Feel that, Taurus. A subtle, almost imperceptible shift, as if a great cosmic wheel is slowly, surely turning in your favor. This isn't just about worldly fortune, though a financial blessing long awaited may indeed begin to flow. It's a spiritual tide turning, where the seeds of kindness, patience, and resilience you've sown are now beginning to sprout. Karma, in its most benevolent form, is at play. But this wheel asks for your gentle participation. You know, in your heart, the small steps that feel aligned. And with this turn, there comes an awakening, a resurrection of something you might have believed was lost to time, a dream, a hope, a connection. As you've bravely let go of what no longer serves your highest truth, a space has been created for a spiritual rebirth. Someone, perhaps, is having profound realizations about your shared path, a sense of what was missed, a stirring in their soul. Their ego, which once might have stood as a barrier, now softens, and their spirit calls to yours. Whether you open that door is a choice held within your own wise heart. But know this moment is guided by a gentle, higher hand, and here you stand, in your quiet strength. The Emperor card affirms your journey into true self-possession. No longer are you swayed by the winds of others' desires or subtle manipulations. In matters of the heart, in your life's work, you are reclaiming your sacred authority. You are setting the tone, not by force, but by the unwavering clarity of your own self-worth. You may even find yourself drawing connections with those who resonate with this strength, but this time, you hold the reins of your own journey, with grace and wisdom. A miracle, dear Taurus, is indeed unfolding, but it's not a loud, startling event. It's a quiet blossoming, a divine reward for your steadfast heart, your enduring faith, and your soul's readiness to receive. The shadows of the past no longer define you. The future unfurls before you, inviting your gentle command. When we speak of money and true prosperity, feel the pulse of this new dawn. That long-awaited breakthrough, that sense of ease around your resources is not just a fleeting chance. It is the universe mirroring back to you the resilience you've cultivated, the quiet intentions you've held, the unseen sacrifices made from a loving heart. What you have sown with integrity is now returning, perhaps in ways that will touch your heart with their unexpected grace. A new pathway in your work, a project that suddenly finds its wings, an unexpected inflow that feels like a gift. These are the signs. If your spirit has been nudging you towards a new venture, the universe whispers, yes, the time is gentle, the path is clear. Those old delays are dissolving. Trust that deep, earthy instinct of yours. Taurus, if a decision around your finances feels aligned in your heart, it may be time to step forward, not from a place of lack, but from a knowing of your inherent worth. And yet, remain grounded, even as this gentle tide of abundance flows in. An unexpected sum, a favor returned, may arrive quietly. It's not about striving harder. It's about opening your hands to receive. Remember, true wealth is not just what resides in an account. It is the endless wellspring of value you carry within you. Your ability to manifest beauty and stability wherever you walk. This river of prosperity, it flows again, deeper and wider than before. The universe even whispers its favorite numbers for this sacred time. Should you wish to notice them, perhaps a 7 for introspection, a 20 for new beginnings, a 33 for divine guidance, a 46 for stability, a 58 for abundance, and a 70 for karmic rewards. See them as gentle winks from the cosmos. In the sacred space of your heart, your love, the energy is profoundly stirring, like a deep river moving towards the sea. A connection that perhaps felt muted, lost in the quiet spaces, is being gently reawakened. That someone who may have turned away, whose presence was missed, now finds their heart stirred with feelings, a quiet yearning for reconciliation. Pride may still cast a faint shadow, but the desire for your light burns with an undeniable warmth. You might sense their approach, a soft message, an unexpected sign. The walls their ego once built are now softened by a tender regret. The universe is offering a sacred opportunity, a chance for a story to find a new, more harmonious chapter. Be open to the whispers, the dreams, the synchronicities, for nothing is truly random in these tender matters. For those of you whose hearts are open, a more magnetic, visible light now surrounds you. As you step forward, shining with your authentic self, you will draw to you those who truly see and cherish your unique spirit. And for those already walking a shared path, deeper, more meaningful conversations are invited. Trust and a willingness to be vulnerable will be the golden threads that weave your connection ever stronger. Ultimately, Taurus, remember that true love never asks you to dim your own light. It celebrates your becoming. You hold the emotional compass now. Set your course by what feels true and expansive. And in your work, your calling, the message is clear, gentle, inspired action. The universe is opening doorways, softly, but it is your heart that must choose to step through. If there's been a hesitation, a holding back from sharing your gifts, from stepping into a role that calls to your soul, now is the time to trust that inner nudge. You are a leader in your own quiet way. Let your unique ambitions be known, not with force, but with the calm assurance of one who knows their worth. If you find yourself at a crossroads, trust that deep inner knowing, that gut feeling that whispers truth, even when the mind is filled with 1,000 questions. Fear is often just the old self, trying to keep you safe in the familiar. But your soul is ready for gentle expansion. A conversation, an opportunity today could plant seeds for a beautiful future. Stay centered, present, and aware of the beautiful energy you bring. Your calm in the midst of any storm will be a beacon. You might even find those with resources and vision are drawn to your steady light. You are not here to simply follow anymore. Dear one, you are invited to co-create, perhaps even to lead from your heart. And remember, your worth is inherent. It doesn't need constant proving. The path ahead is one of inspired action, not of seeking permission. Your physical and emotional well-being, your sacred temple, are so deeply intertwined now. Taurus, if recent times have been for quiet healing, for withdrawal, today invites you to gently re-engage with the vibrant pulse of life. That sun card we spoke of, it beams its warmth upon you, encouraging you to nourish your body, awaken your senses, and allow joy to flow. If stress has left you weary, relief is like a soft dawn approaching. Prioritize rest, pure water, foods that feel like love to your body. Your temple asks for conscious care. Mental clarity returns when you release the burdens that were never yours to carry. Let go, dear one. A simple walk in nature, the rhythm of your breath, journaling your heart's whispers, these can clear so much. If you've been awaiting news regarding your health, a sense of improvement is gently unfolding. But always, listen to your body's wisdom. Be proactive in your loving care for it. Emotional well-being is the very foundation upon which your vibrant life is built. You are not just healing, you are becoming beautifully, divinely whole. Within the embrace of family and cherished friends, positive shifts are in the air. There might be a sense of movement, a change in your home that brings deeper stability, or even new souls joining your circle, creating stronger, more loving connections. Conversations that may have been difficult before can now unfold with more grace, healing old misunderstandings. If you have long been the strong one, the quiet pillar, perhaps now is the time to allow yourself to receive, to be supported. Your gentle wisdom is a profound gift to those you love. Never underestimate the peace your presence brings. If there's been a disconnect from your roots, today's energy invites a tender reconnection. Healing flows through generations, often in ways unseen. And for those dreaming of expanding their family, the signs are softly encouraging. Love always expands. In terms of resonant connections for this sacred time, you may find a beautiful harmony with Virgo, whose practical wisdom can help ground your dreams. Scorpio's depth may stir your soul in profound ways, especially in matters of the heart. And Pisces offers a gentle spiritual clarity that beautifully complements your earthy strength. Perhaps be mindful with the vibrant energy of Leo today. Patience will be your friend if visions don't immediately align. And if you were to choose a color to amplify the beautiful energies of this day, let it be the deep, nurturing hue of emerald green. It resonates with the heart's opening, with prosperity, healing, and the silent promise of growth. Allow it to be a reminder of the abundance that is always within and around you. Let this be the whisper your heart carries. Today, I release all fear. I trust the unfolding mystery, and I step with quiet courage into the miracle that is already mine. Thank you, dear Taurus, for sharing this sacred pause with me. Remember, the stars may offer their gentle light, but it is your own beautiful spirit that walks the path, your own heart that makes it extraordinary. If these words have touched a place within you, if they've resonated with your soul's journey, perhaps leave a soft echo in the comments below. Your story, your light, might be the very thing another heart is searching for. I will be here, listening for the universe's next whisper for you. Until then, keep shining, keep trusting that gentle unfolding. You are so deeply cherished.